Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. Today in this session, I'm going to address people who are beginners in English or are in intermediate stage, or people who actually want to learn this language and they want to become fluent and confident in speaking in English. I'm going to talk about very basics of how you can start working on this language to become fluent and confident. So the first thing I'm going to talk about how you can start learning the language, or what are the initial steps you can take or you can do to understand the language and start working on it. Okay, so the first process, the first step or the basic building block is you have to create an English environment around you. You must have heard this from many people. If you want to learn English, or if you have started learning to speak English, or if you are in a beginner or an intermediate stage, you must have heard a lot of people talking about how to start working on this language. And they all say to create an English environment around you or to immerse yourself in English. And this is a very important step for any beginner or intermediate or person who wants to learn this language. So please carefully listen to this video. There are lots of tips and tricks I'm going to give you of how to be productive while creating an English environment around you. So in the first part, I'm going to speak about why you need to create an English environment around you, or why you need to immerse yourself in English. And in the next part, I'm going to talk about what are the tips and tricks, or what are the activities you can do to immerse yourself in English or to create an English environment around you. Easy, basic, beginner level or intermediate level, not more than that, I'm going to talk about. And the last section, I'm going to take up any conversational topic and I'm going to speak on it, so that you can either speak with me, repeat after me, you can shadow with me, you can take my idea and my topic and speak on it, or you can add your own ideas and speak on it, or else just take the topic, come up with your own ideas and speak on it. Ultimately, this will be a practice session, so whatever ways you choose, it's your choice, but start speaking. Okay, so guys, on that note, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Do write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. Now let's get started. So to start with, I'm going to talk about why creating an English environment or immersing yourself in English helps. Why do we need to do this? Okay, I'll tell you a very simple example, and it will be very convenient for you to understand how this works. And it's a very practical and very basic example. Let's take an example of a child. Okay, so if you have noticed people growing up around you, or if you have heard stories about how you have grown up, you will be able to relate to it very well. Okay, so what a child, when the child is born, he or she doesn't know how to speak or how to express themselves. They use gestures and emotions to express themselves. They cry, so you know what they want, right? If they're hungry, if they are, they want to sleep, or whatever. So the next stage is, what people start doing is people start interacting with the kid. They say a lot of words so that the kid can relate to those words. So they start speaking like mama, papa, or water, or food, etc. Simple words we try to tell the child. We basically feed information in their memory, so that next time when they start growing up, when they start catching these words, they'll be able to recall it and relate to it. So this is what feeding in your memory is. Okay, so we all feed information to the child. so that the child catches the words and understand what it means. So we start talking to the child. Hi, good morning, playing with a toy, so we call it a toy, etc. etc. We give a lot of information to the child. So initially the child doesn't respond to all these words, but little later as he or she starts listening to that word again and again, he or she is able to relate to it and he or she is able to respond to it. Okay, once the child understands, starts relating those words, the child starts responding to it. Again, the third stage is the child starts speaking those words in actual situations, right? If the child wants water, he'll say water. If the child wants toy, he'll say toy. If the child sees his mother or his father, he says mama or papa. So this is how the third stage is. He starts speaking those words. Okay, so first is feeding the information, second is recognizing the information, and third is recalling and speaking the information. And the fourth stage is the child starts speaking incomplete sentences. And the fifth stage is the child starts picking up sentences and starts speaking, and takes a little bit of time to become fluent in the language. Okay, so this is how a child grasps a language, and we all have been through this stage. Whether when I was born or when you are born, whoever is born, it is the same process. So we actually have learned our mother tongue just by listening. Right? We have become fluent in speaking our mother tongue just by listening, not by writing. We have started studying after when we have turned 4 years, and then we started learning the alphabets, or the Hindi alphabets or the English alphabets, and then we have started knowing, right? We started building our base. Okay, but before that we were fluent in speaking in our mother tongue. How did we do that? Just by listening, which means that there was an environment of that language around us which helped us to pick up the word, to grasp the word, to understand the word, to relate those words and recall it and speak. Okay, so this is the entire process which I've just spoken. 5 stages. Okay, now this is the same which we all have to go through as well if we want to learn a new language. A child picks up very early, but it gets little difficult for us to pick up because of a lot of other reasons also, because our mind is engaged in a lot of things, we are not able to focus, etc, etc. But it's not impossible and it's not difficult at all. Okay, so we can do that. So we have to remember this. So that is why creating an English environment around us or immersing ourselves in English is very much essential, practical and proved. Right? We have seen the example. So now you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you must be clear about it. So that is why we have to look at English language also in this way. Okay, but the difference with us is we don't have an English environment around us. We are not in an English speaking country, right? We don't hear people speaking English around us. When we go to a marketplace, a shop, or a restaurant, nobody speaks in English, right? But exceptions are always there. So anyways, but in general, you'll not find people speaking in English around you. So that is our challenge. And my next part is how we need to overcome this challenge. I'm going to talk about. What should we do to overcome this challenge? How do we create an environment around us in English without living in an English speaking country? Let's do it. So there are lots of activities which you can include in your daily life which will help you to create an English environment around you. And these are very interesting activities also, guys. But you have to find out what interests you or what you are interested in doing. Okay, for example, I'll give you a very simple example. I love reading. Okay, when I go out, if there is a bookstall there, I do check out. And whatever I find interesting, I buy it and I read it. So that is something by which I'm creating an English environment around me. I'm taking time for 10 minutes morning and evening to read something. Okay, because that is my interest. If you're not interested in reading, if you're interested in watching any sports, if you're interested in watching news, if you're interested in watching any podcast, if you're interested in listening to any story, whatever your interest is, just make sure you know it and try to make it a routine every single day to do that activity daily. Okay, if you listen to news every single day, so morning try to read a newspaper. In the evening when you are free or afternoon, whatever, you can listen to some news online. Or if you're free, you can just take out some articles from any newspaper and you can read it on your phone. So depending on your interest, you can do all these things. We all love watching movies, right? Any Saturday or a Sunday, we can watch an English movie. If you're not fluent in English, if you are not able to grasp the accent or understand the English accent, what you can do is you can watch any animated movie. Everybody loves animated movie. Don't give me that excuse, guys, please. So watch any animated movie, watch any sci-fi movie if that helps you, or any cartoon movie. We do enjoy cartoons. I still enjoy Tom and Jerry and other cartoons. So we can start watching these kind of movies wherein we can understand what is going on or what is spoken, just to create an English environment around us, guys. We need to listen to English for an hour or two so that we try to grasp that, try to understand what is being said, right? We are better than a child. A child is clueless. That is why it takes a lot of time. But we are not clueless. We do understand. But our drawback is we don't have much vocabulary. We don't have much understanding of the sentence structure. And we are not able to speak. So that is why we are trying to listen and grasp things. Understand what is being said. Okay, so the first purpose of you to watch all these things, or create or listen to these things or read things, is to understand the language, understand the words, understand the pronunciation, understand the idea and sentence structure as well. Okay, so these are the 5 basic things you need to do while listening, reading or watching. Whatever mode of communication you are picking, like there are 3 modes of communication. One is by reading, by watching or by listening. So any mode you have picked up or all 3 you have started using, it's well and good. Okay, now what you have to do while listening or reading or watching is you have to take care of the vocabulary, you have to take care of the pronunciation, you have to take care of the sentence structure, you have to take care of what the idea is, and you have to take care of what each sentence means. Okay, so these are the 5 basic things you have to take care of while listening, reading or watching. Okay, so for watching, I have given you, like you can watch any movie, animated movie, any cartoon movie, any short story, or any sci-fi or any movie which you can just understand the accent. Okay, try doing that. The second thing is you can watch any podcast. Lots of interesting podcasts available online. Go through it, check your interest and start watching them. And it is very informative as well. Trust me on this. If you start watching podcasts, it will be a great help for you. You'll collect a lot of information regarding a lot of topics. So podcast is another thing. Another thing you love watching, we all love watching sports. Cricket is our all-time favorite. Every other person loves cricket, especially when India is playing, right? Start watching cricket or start watching any sports. You will start listening to the commentators are there, right? They will do the commentary. So focus on the commentary and try to relate to what is going on in the field and what the commentator is saying. You have to focus. Okay, so this is another thing you can do. Listening activities, songs. English songs you can listen to. Start with slow and then a little mid-range and then fast music you can listen to. So English songs start listening to. You can start listening to spiritual talks. You can start listening to audiobooks. You can start listening to stories online, etc. There are lots of things which are available you can listen to. You can just put your headphone while walking, while at the gym or exercising or anywhere else, and you can just listen to all these things. So in this way you are creating an English environment just by listening. The third thing is by reading. So you can read any book, any novel, any autobiography, any magazine, etc., etc., or a newspaper to immerse yourself in English. Okay, so there are lots of options as well there by reading. You have to read out loud to understand everything. And one thing which you have to do is you have to focus. Whenever you're doing any of the activity, you have to keep your focus on. You should be interested in doing that activity. You should enjoy doing that and you should be focused. So these things you have to take care of. Whenever you're not interested, you don't want to do, don't do it. Otherwise, it will be of no use. So whenever you have time, whenever you want to listen to something or read something or watch something, do it in English. And we do it, right? We check our social media posts, we check our social media accounts, we go on YouTube, we go on Facebook and etc., etc., other platforms. And we do watch things on Netflix, we do watch things on Amazon Prime. So we do this every single day. So why can't we do it in English? Just to create an English environment around us and to immerse ourselves in English. In this way, you'll get entertained, you will enjoy also, and you'll be able to focus better. Okay, so start doing this. It is really going to help you a lot. Okay, and if you do it properly every day, you will be able to understand the vocabulary, you will be able to use that vocabulary also, you'll be able to understand sentence structure, you'll be able to come up with new sentences also, your pronunciation will improve, your understanding of the language will improve, and you'll be able to understand sentences and the whole idea of that piece of information also you'll be able to understand. So this is the benefit of creating an English environment around you and immersing yourself in English. And once you start doing this, get into the practice, do it every day for 30 days and you'll see a lot of difference in your understanding, speech and vocabulary, pronunciation, sentence construction, etc., etc. Okay, now the last part is I'm going to pick up one conversational topic and I'm going to speak on it. You can shadow with me, repeat after me, speak with me, whatever suits you. Okay, let's start. Today I'm going to describe a park. Yesterday I was walking in my society and we have a beautiful park around it. And I started noticing everything yesterday, which I'm going to talk about. Yesterday at 5 o'clock in the evening, I just thought of taking a walk. I was too tired and I was not able to concentrate on my work. So I took a break. I went down to take a walk. So I was walking on the podium, but there's a beautiful garden around it. So the podium has a beautiful garden and there are two parks specially designed for kids. Okay, so when I went there, I saw kids playing at the park. They were very excited, they were very happy. They were swinging, sliding, they were on merry-go-rounds, they were shouting with their friends. And it made me very happy as well. So I watched the children playing there. I sat there for some time to refresh myself, to see what they're doing. And I started remembering my childhood as well. I also used to play a lot during my childhood. So every day in the evening, we used to go out and play. And when it started getting dark, then only we used to come back home. So I started thinking all of it by watching these children play in the park. Then I thought of taking a walk and I started walking. And the garden was also very beautiful, well maintained. I still was able to see the gardeners working on it. And I realized that how much hard work they put in just to make the garden beautiful, right? All the trees were in proper shape. The flowers were blooming. They were all well trimmed and it looked beautiful. There were different kinds of flowers with different shapes and colors as well. And it really cheered my mood up. I also saw a lot of other people also taking a walk. Some were cycling, some were taking a walk, some were running also, some were jogging as well. And I also saw people coming from gym. So nowadays it's like, people are so much into fitness that whenever they get time, they try to go to the gym, they try to take a walk, they try to jog, they try to run, they try to exercise, which is actually good. And the weather was also very cool and I completely enjoyed my walk at the park. So guys, this is how I describe what I did yesterday in the evening at the park. Okay, you can also take up this topic and you can talk about it. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.